Okay, we've got a kind of a feel good story here. Going to be shortly followed by a not so feel good story, but we're going to start with this because I like good news. This is really cool. A 13-year-old Sacramento area boy. By the way, boy is somebody with an X and Y chromosome and dangly bits in between their legs. For those of you who do not know what men or women, boys or girls are, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Pitches perfect game. As he put it, the entire game was shut down. This is just really cool. A 13-year-old kid pitching a perfect game. This is awesome. 13-year-old Northern California boy recently pitched a perfect game at the Cal Ripken World Series in Maine. Jacob Trujillo of Elk Grove, located south of Sacramento, did not allow a single batter to reach base while pitching for the Laguna Youth Baseball All-Stars. It was our first game I got to start pitching, and I was fortunately able to pitch a perfect game. This was his first start, folks. Wow. So make note of the name, Jacob Trujillo. All right, I don't know if this particular league makes, those baseball cards that they make for kids. But if they do, and you're into baseball cards, like I kind of am, I'm an amateur baseball card guy, but you need to find this kid's card. This kid might just turn out to be something. It was our first game I got to start pitching, and I was fortunately able to pitch a perfect game, which is basically no one gets on base and just the entire game was shut down, Trujillo told KCRA. Trujillo also recorded 13 strikeouts during the 5 innings he was on the mound against a team from Meridian, Idaho. So this kid pitched over half the game, 5 innings, and nobody got on base. Perfect game. The final score of the game was 11-0 for Laguna. Before reaching this point, Trujillo had to overcome adversity after receiving an injury to his arm last season. It was not too long ago I actually hurt my arm from pitching too much. That can happen, especially in the elbows and shoulder joints. So we let it rest, and it got stronger, which is also typically, hopefully, how it works, said Trujillo. It was just this year coming back that was the real start for me to start pitching and work my way back up. It's a big confidence boost to make you believe in yourself more, just to have more faith in yourself, the left-hander added. And he's a southpaw. Get this kid's card. Find this kid's card. Holy cow. I'm telling you, Jacob Trujillo, congratulations, buddy. That is outstanding. And I hope to see you pitching in the bigs one day, hopefully for the Texas Rangers. Absolutely awesome. And this does prove a bit of a point, too, that when you're working out, when you're running, when you're lifting weights, doing calisthenics, whatever it is you do, you absolutely have to take time to rest. Okay? I am telling you this as a certified Marine Corps Semper Fit fitness and nutrition instructor. You have to take time to rest. And most, or I'm not going to say most, a lot of people especially those who are new to exercising, don't do that. They don't give enough time to rest. And resting is where the muscle building happens. When you're actually doing the exercising and stuff like that, you're doing the breakdown of the muscles and so forth. And the rest period is when the muscles build up. There is absolutely nothing wrong with taking, like, doing like, if you do a total body workout, say calisthenics or weights or resistance bands or whatever, do a total body workout and take 2 days off. There's nothing wrong with that. I have found there was one time where I had to take like 5 days off just because my schedule was so hectic. I really could not get a workout in. So I took 5 days off. When I came back, my performance was better. Now, there is such a thing as taking too much time off, but the fact of the matter is, if you take time off, like this kid here, he had to take time off because he injured himself because of overuse, overstressing his joints, which in this case was likely, his ligaments and tendons. And you give it time, your body is going to recover, and that's what the time off is for. It's for recovering and building up strength. So don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Just saying. That's just a little aside for those of you who are, new to the exercise game or workout game. Now, let's get on to this beauty. Oh my God. Okay. End of an era. Dodge will stop building Chargers and Challengers in favor of electric cars. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the clown show. Welcome to the clown show. This is so dumb. So dumb. So obviously political. And let me explain what this is. Let me explain how this works. What Dodge is doing is they think that they can see the writing on the wall. That politically speaking, the Democrats are going to be in power forever. That's what they think. As a result, what they are doing is pandering to those Democrats so that they can get special favors and taxpayer money. Okay? They don't care if the people are not going to buy their electric cars because they're going to be supplemented by taxpayer money. They're going to get our money either way, the way they look at it, because the government will just take our money with the 87,000 new IRS agents that they're planning on hiring. They're going to get plenty of our money, and they're just going to give it to Dodge, whether Dodge sells the cars or not. This is crony capitalism. Dodge thinks that this is the way to go, not for the market. Not for the market. This is about getting taxpayer money. Supplementation from the government. That's what this is about. So they are getting rid of some of the most successfully sold cars ever built and coolest cars. Don't get me wrong, Jack. I love these cars. I love the fact that the last few years, in my opinion, have actually been the golden era of the muscle car. And it was Dodge who brought it back. When they came out with the Challenger, actually before that, they came out with the Magnum, the Dodge Magnum. And that was a station wagon that any guy would be proud to drive. Then came the Charger, then came the Challenger, okay? And you had Ford step it up with their Mustang. And then Chevy eventually came along with their Camaro and the Corvette. I mean, we were seeing some really sick cars out there. And now, this is the equivalent of Hollywood going woke, except Dodge is way, way behind the curve on this one. If they wanted to catch the woke wave, it's gone. It's gone, Kahuna. The woke wave is over. Hollywood hasn't figured that out. DC hasn't. Well, DC is actually waking up to that. We'll talk about that in another segment. But that's what they're doing. They're trying to catch the woke wave. Now, this is going to cost them. This is going to cost them because the midterms are decidedly going to go to the Republicans. There's no question about that. There is a red tsunami on the way. As a result, the Republicans have already stated that a lot of the stuff that the Democrats have voted for to create, like the whole 87,000 IRS agents and all of this stuff, a lot of that stuff is going to be defunded. It doesn't even need the Senate. Because there are some people who think that the Senate is going to stay in Democrat hands. I think the Senate is not going to stay in Democrat hands. I think it's going to go to Republican hands. However, it's still going to be solidly in the hands of the rhinos. As a result, though, because all spending bills have to originate in the House, that's the Constitution, folks. Don't know if you knew that, but that's the truth. All spending bills have to originate in the House. All the House has to do is, in their next budget, say, no, you don't have money for this. We're not going to give you money for this. And that's the way it's going to be. Doesn't have to be signed by the president. Doesn't have to do jack. All the House says is we're not spending money on this. And then you're going to hear all of the cries from the Democrats about, oh, they're trying to shut down the government and blah, 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 blah. Well, all we need is for the Republicans in the House to stick to their guns. And I think there will be enough MAGA people in the House to make that happen. I think there will. We'll see, though. This is going to be a long fight. But Dodge making a huge freaking mistake. Huge freaking mistake. And here's another prediction of mine. Once they figure out that this is a mistake, and once they figure out that they're not going to get their subsidies from the government, they're going to switch right back and say, oh, we're bringing them back. We're bringing them back. They're going to realize that they have to compete in the market, and the market is not all about electric cars. And folks, there's a whole bunch of shows out there. There's a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, on the fallacy of electronic vehicles. I'm not going to get into that here. But just saying, Dodge, huge mistake. Big mistake. This is a massive, huge boner. You guys are screwing up so bad. But you'll find that out. They'll find that out. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you want to get in touch with me, it's docbryantshow@zohomail.com. That's ZOHOmail.com. And you can catch me on Odyssey. I'm on BitChute. I'm on Rumble. And yes, I am finally getting on YouTube. I have been instructed by family members, and that YouTube would actually do me good if I was on YouTube, because if they censor me or if they even kick me off, which it is going to be my goal, then that just gives me more street cred, and I'm all for that. Also on Twitter, I've got a page on Gilded. Let's see. Who am I leaving out? Minds, Getter, Truth Social, Gab. I am on Twitter. Did I say Twitter? Yeah, I'm on Twitter too, at Doc Bryant Actual. Every place else I'm just at Doc Bryant. Look me up, hit me up, say hi. If you disagree with me, definitely hit me up and say hi, because I'm always looking for a good debate. You won't last long, but I'm always looking for a good debate. Thanks for listening, folks. We'll talk to you later.